A cartoon collector. Dinosaur. Yeah. Back to the dinosaur games. We just played one earlier today, technically. Oh, it's showing in chat I started a poll. That's, well, in the on-screen chat, I was told to ignore the poll, I guess. I mean, if you're giving us the choice, the first part of the game, why is it recommended to go with the first one, huh? I don't get the decision making on that one. It does have the zapping system like RE2. What? What do you mean? You're looking at me like I've played any Resident Evil before 5. I don't play Resident Evil. Just had a dream. I kung fu'd Rebecca from Devlog, and my skill had referenced Ellen Grays from IBO Mobile Suit Gundam. Okay. Miguel, not gonna lie, I've been waiting for a little star live. Nick has always been one of my favorite characters from Snoot. I almost thought it was like Devlog Miguel. Like, uh-oh. I'm in trouble. I heard I was talking shit again. Also, I'm going to put it out there. The heater might be acting up again. Whoever tried to fix it the last time pretty much put a band-aid on it. Needless to say, it didn't hold. It's starting to act up again, so more sleepless nights. RE2 had 2 discs for Leon and Claire. You could leave items for the other character to pick up in your next playthrough. I wouldn't know. Anyways, the 5 minutes are up. No more yapping. No more yapping. Nothing on this. You just click it. Oh yes, music does not change. Credits. Lead developer, rather devious. Writers, rather devious. Writer Anon, Warsmith. Secondary writers, Pig Anon. Farian, artist, Atomic Anon. Kathy, Faust, Andrios, Andrea, yeah. CDE Praxis, Best Day, Rather Devious, Programmers, JJ, Sharkologist, Blackie, Roach King. He's working on this instead of Hold On to Me. Rather Devious, Musicians, Roxy the Fish, Emo, and Aegis Studio. Honorable mentions: Adam, Reserve Coder. Amazing. Hey, Mandy. Alright, we have, seen as I have to end the poll. No hard feelings. We have to start with Nick. Yeah, all the Kathy art. I wonder how much. I only wonder how much this costs. Like, Kathy's art's really high quality. I could see him like charging easily 200 or more for it. Mom. Alarm. Eyes fire open, drying without rest. Sleep didn't come easy, and leaves as if it never wanted to share a room with me anyway. Phone alarm? That doesn't sound like a phone alarm. Phone alarm continues to ring, illuminating the room as the screen lights up. It's way too fucking early. Speaking of, my phone was going off. It's nothing. I throw on a shirt, rise and shine. Slipknot. Pearl Jam. Of course, Swamp Babies. AC/DC. Urge to slam my hand on the thing to shut it up is barely kept in check as I lean up, yawning and stretching before I stumble from bed. I take a deep breath and focus, shutting my eyes for a moment. I gather as much energy as I can, ready for the day, for anything life can throw at me, for a fight if it comes to that. I open my eyes with blazing fire. So wait, these aren't, no, because I remember 7 did sprites for Nick. These aren't 7 sprites. No 7 slop. Silence doesn't match what I need right now. I like it. I like how the sprite kind of looks, at least the head shape looks kind of like Reed. I can't unsee it. I reach a claw over to grab my electric guitar and plug it in, flicking the nearby speaker to life as it hisses gently. A few test strums let me know it's live. I pull my phone out and navigate to my music collection. Are we playing some Worm Drama? I rush through a short playlist filled with heavy rock and land on a classic hit that I use to get my blood pumping. I mash my thumb on the play button, peeking behind the UI to the photo of me and the band I use as a background. 3 of us huddled together in a side hug, smiling. Goodbye Volcano High style. I strum along as the song starts, keeping an eye on the little rectangle as I start to hit the flow. Catch a glimpse of the time as I do. 5:45, that's early. But it's not pork early. Pork early is like 3 a.m. and can't get back to sleep. I look over as my phone goes off. 2 very groggy texters send me messages about their glacially slow prepping, slowpokes. Yeah, I'm prepped. Time to get it moving. Time to get a moving. There's Nova. I walk into the kitchen with my eyes locked on my phone, heading for some quick sustenance before I go wrangle 2 idiots into our radio gig this morning. Time for some nuggies. Mother, I demand nuggies. A quick look up to make sure I'm not hitting a table or wall reveals that I'm not the only one awake. A very tired-looking baryonyx woman Baryonyx woman? You're a baryonyx woman, too! A very tired-looking baryonyx woman peers at me over a steaming cup of sludge. It's just funny how Nick references her mom as a baryonyx woman, as if she herself is not a baryonyx woman. Is this Nick also non-binary? And also transracial? Morning. I greet my mom casually, Veronica, but I like to use her nickname, Nova. Kind of makes me think of her as a rock star, honestly. But I'm not 10 anymore. I don't need to babble about mommy all the time. I notice I'm clenching my jaw slightly as I recall. I let it go lax and step by the matriarch to get what I'm after. Sliced deli meat, fast, filling, delish. I quickly cram my mouth full and pull a handful more back as I move over to the counter to prop up for the snack before I have to bounce. I plant myself right at my usual spot as I tap away, a quick reminder to the boys that they have to bring their full setup. I know I'm going to get complaints, but this is important, damn it. Hey, Nick. The voice turns my head up from my phone, still mid-chew. I answer without delay, mouth full. What's up? You're up early. Yep. I start to feel the makings of some sort of argument stirring. I tighten my shoulders. This is about the college thing. Really? I only told her like 10 times. I tried to make absolutely sure we were on the same page. I held back any real frustration, only letting through a tiny bit of impatience. Yep, gonna need to take the van. Told you this yesterday. I drum my now empty hand against the table as I looked to her, a bit ticked off. Yeah, you did, yeah. I thought it was going to be a little later in the day. Are your friends Trent and... I twitches and I cut her off, unable to hold my voice still. And yeah, Curtis, yeah, they'll be there. It's a live radio performance. Like hell they'd miss it. I put a mean look right at her, letting her know that this bothers me a lot. Fist clenches my phone, slightly shaking, as one thing that really pushes my buttons is laid right on me this morning. My insides hurt. Not sure if it's because I'm just tired in general, or particularly tired of this. No matter what I do, no matter how much I fight, this just keeps happening. Why can't she just listen? I take a moment to swallow the bitterness and collect myself. I have to lock the thoughts out and focus. Big girl, big responsibilities. Big day. Keep focused. I lean back and distance myself from the conversation, not wanting to pour ice water all over my mood this morning, checking my phone in the time as I do so. No more text, but it's getting close to the time I have to be out. I use one eye to look back up, gingerly. Nova's just staring into her cup, eyes distance, as if in her own world, like usual. Looking at her face like that just makes me even more frustrated. Anxious worrying creeps up my tail. I can't sit here anymore. I rise and head to the front, hand hesitating on the handle, as I realize in my rush I've forgotten something. Now you got the keys. I clench and hope, for what I'm not sure. I hang on the words as they leave my mouth. In a short turn, Nova fishes behind her. I take that as my motive to move over. The keys usually sit right behind where she's leaning on the counter, after all. I'm gently surprised as I'm offered two hands, both full, one holding keys, one holding a cup of steaming bean juice. It's not that bitter. The cup jostles slightly as it's offered again. I take it, not wanting to struggle here. I can't really stomach the stuff, usually. Too acidic and bitter. But today it's a little tamer, she claims. Phone enters pocket as I retrieve both articles offered. I stare at my reflection in the dark liquid before bringing the cup to my lips. It's not horrible, but not really my speed. The warmth sets comfortably inside, though. I find the short moment pleasant. The two of us taking a few sips of the morning routine together. The realization makes my hands tingle slightly. It's rare we talk nowadays. Neither of our schedules ever really lining up. I come home too late and she gets up too early. First moment in what feels like years that we've given each other more than a passing conversation. I think I miss this. And it's quickly put to an end. I reach down into my pocket to snag the rumbling device and see a text asking for some assistance in loading everything up. Always me, I scowl at my phone. A tiny huff of a sigh is stifled as I don't want to let it visibly affect me. Alright, gotta bounce. Don't wait up. Later. I push the last of the coffee down my throat and leave the now empty cup in the sink as I swivel off, hoisting my bag once to ensure it's seated well. A hard cut to the front yard. I march out in front with no hesitation. I can't. If I turn back, I don't know if I want to leave again. The cold air chilling me slightly, frost touches my bones. Despite the warmth from behind beckoning me back inside, I quickly close the door. Legs have to be forced to march to the van, but I make it. The van's lined with cracked leather seats, duct tape holding more than just one tear together. Light layer of dust coats the dashboard. Pair of fuzzy dice hang from the rearview mirror as I adjust it slightly. A faded and scratched set of band stickers next to the radio. I too like to start my car up before entering it. I hesitate for 1 second as I press my foot on the brakes while still standing outside the car. Shifting to reverse. Clear. I check my phone one last time. That photo I keep as my background looks ever so slightly off. Ghost riding the whip. Ghost riding the whip to school. I put my everything into the performance. I belt out lyrics I strum with my whole heart. Trent and Curtis match the tempo and blast out their noise as well. Every beat is hit and every section's perfect. We rock. Hard. And then it's over. I'm spent. Oh, we got some Wani music playing. Hours of cranking out songs in this little booth turned sauna have soaked me in sweat. The electricity pumps and I lean back, looking at my equally damped bandmates, getting 2 sets of grins and nods. This is why I do it. This energy, this feeling, ecstasy. And gone. I reach over to take a swig from a water bottle. I already drank earlier, but okay. Take a swig from a water bottle generously donated by our host as I peek through the little glass pane on the soundproof door. A thorn is pressed deep into my side as I see a completely different and completely indifferent Dino manning the station, leaning back and looking at her phone. It takes her a few seconds to realize the dead air, glancing up to lock eyes with me, curious. I give a thumbs up. She nods, leaning forward and pressing onto a mic to talk. I can't hear her, but can pretty much tell she's reading something off of a piece of paper. robotic and joyless. A hand touches my shoulder, startling me a bit. Curtis then giving a quick point ahead to the door. I put on a solid face, not wanting to lash out and nod back, opening the door into the cooler air and propping the room open. Who's this? That's a lot of hair. Barely any response from the girl, just a quick grunt and acknowledgement and good work. So, hey, you think we did well? Oh, it was that. Wings. Sure, sounded fine. Couldn't knock her teeth out. But I don't, I just grin through the struggle. It's worth it, regardless. Have to have our sound heard, have to bite the bullet. There's no gain without pain. Sacrifice is the name of the game and all. Just have to push. Even when it hurts. I know how that is. Cool, you think we could do this again? The Quetz girl shrugs. Sure, not like anyone ever really cares about the morning slots anyway. I turn away before I say anything that might jeopardize our additional sets. Even when it hurts bad. Phone buzzes in my hands, but I ignore it. I have a busy day and can't check to see whoever decided to DM me on Slatebook. I'm pulled out of the thoughts by a voice. Hey Nick, Trent, you guys hungry? Cafeteria. So, Curtis watches as I chew, waiting impatiently for the news I promised. Alright, guess it's time. Check this, dorks. Got an interview. We got an audition! Both Trent and Curtis raise an eyebrow. The former glances up from his phone as he looks over his meal. Met this talent scout the other day while moshing it over at lot 316. And get this! It was fucking Frida. I get 2 blank stares. I roll my eyes. The chick that manages most of the middling-sized venues in Solval. Come on. Oh, wait. Purplish pink hair, right? I nod, beaming wide. I get 2 smiles back. But not quite as wide as my own. I like how you can't really shake the Goodbye Volcano High out of Trent. He still looks like he's got the Goodbye Volcano High stink on him. Shit, Nick, that's a big setup, right? I mean, going from bars and one-room places to something actually meant to host a band? His words fill me with hope as I nod along. Here, I was getting hooked on the piss water they keep on tap for us down at the slums. Caviar and gold leafs, here we come. I can't help but feel his joke is a little off color, but I let it slide, continuing. I put in a good word with her, and we're in with all the actual venues, stagehands and pyrotechnics, and... I stop myself as I feel the butterflies coming. Limbs tingle in anticipation and worry. It's happening. The words don't feel real coming from my snout. Something I'd wanted to say out loud for a while now. I expect explosive emotions and cheers, of which I get. Sorta. Hell yeah. Knew we'd get there. Here. A cup of soda is raised in toast, led by the Shazmasaur, I guess, I don't know. To swamp babies. I'll drink to that. Cheers, bro. To superstardom. Plastic cups tap together and we all down our drinks, riding the high. The sugary drink doesn't sit great inside me, bringing a whole new wave of exhaustion with it as it fails to settle, but I push through. Well, I gotta head out. Volcal Minority is playing this afternoon over at that bar across the street from Roxco. hoping to see if I can weasel in and make friends. I rise and offer a quick peace sign to the two, as the two give me salutes and nods. Have fun. Break some spines. Catch you later. Shaz butt sore. Oh, Lord. As I walk off, I can't help but feel the long day weighing. And I already am feeling the tiredness set in. Nothing I can't handle, though. As I start my car up in the middle of the cafeteria. That's not going to wind up at the news at all. Or do I have to press space? Slow time event. Taco shell. It's a Taco Tuesday day, ain't it? Do I have to press it again? I guess I do. Feels like I've been beaten with a baseball bat. Time to finish it with some burritos. Scratch that. I know what that feels like. This is worse. 2 full sets of gear moving, almost no sleep. Full suite of going to other concerts and networking. Emotional roller coaster. All packaged tightly into one day, which is now dragging on into the night. Eyes heavy and threatening to slam shut and stay shut as night starts to take the bluffs. Got an executive dinner planned. Found a talent scout, Frida, at a small gig and got a promise to hear a quick pitch. I'm over the moon. I have to bite at every chance, every opportunity, and this is a prime one. I swivel my head once to watch for the approaching scout. Almost time. She's right on schedule, almost to the second. Good. Fills me with confidence. I grin as she approaches. A dark teal Riparovinator with light burgundy mop sitting right on her head smirks at me as she approaches. Those are some eyes, man. Those are some eyes. Those are eyes you don't want to see in the night. I kept you waiting long? Right. I keep you waiting long. I should put on another female voice. Not at all. I just got here a bit ago. Early bird gets the worm. I smirk and dry laugh are met with a mild indifference. Not really the joking type, I guess. After you, Nick. Polite and courteous, almost businesslike. A seed of doubt is planted as I lead her in. Ah, yes. The good old design of Taco Bell. Not the most ritzy establishment, but we aren't exactly the prim and proper type. So, like I was saying, the Swamp Babies, our band, have been killing it recently. Gigs, guest showings, cold openings, you name it. We've been all around the bluffs. Name a venue with a limit of 100 and we've played it. I sell us. My pitch is practiced and perfect. Same thing I've said to garner interest time and time again. Once they hear this, they're curious, then stunned by the finishing blow. I plant my phone on the table as I watch an eyebrow raise. Listen. My magnum opus plays. The last 10 seconds of one of our songs, guitar droning out as the instruments die and the crowd roars. Like a purring beast, the crowd rumbles and sings in joy. The moment is instantly brought to the forefront of my mind as the recording plays. Almost like a drug, after a few seconds of roar, the cheer dies out. I sigh in satisfaction and lean back, point proven. Hooked, I'm sure. Giddy with anticipation, I look on. She's gently surprised, nodding and half smiling with her hand under her snout. I have to curl my tail around my leg to stop it from slapping the ground. Well, you're certainly talented, I'll give you that. How long have you been in the circuit? It takes effort to not just dump every aspect of my life on the girl as I gladly share. Just over a year. We've been playing for like 4 before, but we're a breakout group. Her face slowly hardens. My heart drops like a rock. Have you been in contact with any other organizers like LJ or... Well, not LJ. No, just the small venues and their owners, really. The way her head tilts and looks down sends me into sweats. No, come on, what did I do wrong? Nick, you're great, honestly. You guys have got the drive, the sound, the passion, but you're a little too green. The places I scout for are just a little too big. You understand, right? I nod, fury bubbling beneath the surface. Give it a bit longer, put your name out there more, and you'll find success. Promise. It's like I've been shot. My vision tunnels as she keeps going. Here, look. Remember that place we met? Lot 316? This is the owner's number. He'd love to have you play. A little business card has slipped my way. I barely register its existence as I palm it. Everything glosses over. And I know for a fact that I'm not the only scout that hits the joint up. Hell, you keep it up and I might make some calls myself. Chin up. I force a smile. I can feel my eyes wetting as I give her a nod in the quietest okay I can muster. I get a warm grin and a pat on the shoulder as she leaves, leaving me almost completely alone in the place. Fists clenched and shaking as I glare at the table. Again. Over and over and over, I just wind up back here. Uh-oh. Ma'am, this is a Taco Bell. Everybody bet... Wait. Entire body sags as my despair turns to depression and emptiness. Okay, how close are you getting? I'm gonna have to... Stranger danger! Stranger danger! Lady. Lady. I have 911 on speed dial. She's... I think she's slowing down. Yeah, she stopped. I slump and sink as I slip deeper into the metal chair. How long do I have to do this for? How long do I have to wait? What is this all even for? Questions barrage me as I stew in the moment. We're good enough, aren't we? She said we were, then why? A cup is set on the table, turning my attention up as a brown Amargasaurus sets a large drink in front of me. A filled large drink in front of me. Rough, know that feeling. Here. I can't muster the energy to meet her gaze, focusing instead on the taco shell trademark burrito sampler she brought along with the beverage. I'm in no mood to speak. I wave her off, shaking my head no. I'm good. Alright, we close at midnight. I don't pay any attention to anything as she shuffles off. My eyes going right back to the table as I peer at my phone sitting on it, reflecting my face in its glass. I look tired. Really, really tired. Eyes sunken in, bags heavy, worn out. Shit. I kind of look like your mom. Your mom. Blue's Clues? What? Key turns in lock and clicks open. I lay my weight on the door and shove through, stumbling in, spent and exhausted. I freeze. Motion in the kitchen quickens my pulse. I scan the shadows and I spy the source. There stands Nova, leaning over the kitchen table slightly, barely lit from the light above the stove, glint reflecting in her eyes. Nothing moves. Not me, not her. I stand stock still, suddenly acutely aware of the situation. I tense for the lecture, for some sort of words about my lifestyle choices, for coming home so late. Maybe even some screaming and some tears. But nothing comes. And I wait longer, and still get silence. Finally she speaks, but nothing I'd thought to hear. Nick, well, I want to collapse, to turn into a sputtering ball of emotions and hurt, and just tell her the truth. I can't. Sure. Like a moron, I just stand there, still waiting, hoping inside that she says something. But I'm given a reason to break. I just stand there and stare. The pressure only gets worse as I feel she's waiting for me to say something. I finally break, pushing for an escape. I'm going to bed. Night, Nova. I don't await a response, turning to run. To hide under my covers and pretend nothing exists. I strain to hear something, anything, as I pull my door open. I hear only silence. The door closes behind me and I lean into it, sliding down to the floor almost immediately. There's not a shred of fight left in me. Wait, was that left in me? Wait. There's not a shred of fight left me. I have nothing to show for anything. No recognition, no money, barely any friends, and now I'm not even enough to get yelled at. Sleep. I have to get another bottle of water. Freezing ice takes my heart. Envy and yearning strike heavily. I want to be happy, to feel the satisfaction everyone else gets. Why can't I? What am I doing wrong? I want to be loved, to be celebrated, to be hugged, to be held. My arms squeeze around myself as I ball up harder, silently letting tears drip onto my lap. I miss the feeling I once had, of coming home to Mom and telling her about my day. Hugging and playing and laughing and crying. What happened? That old apartment, tiny and drafty, was still warmer than this place. Is this just it? Are we going to be like this forever? I don't want it to be like this. Sleep. That's it? No, nothing? Oh boy. Let me go get another water. I will be right back. Alright, water acquired. Put my mic back into place. And we'll play Nova. Nova time. Oh, there was my earbud. So is most of Nova's monologue, dialogue, and inner monologue just going to be ellipsis? I should get my mouse out of the way. It's rude. Oh boy. Quit playing music so loud! A thrum of sound pushes through the walls. A deep strumming of guitars stirs me from the dream. In a few seconds of delirium, I search blindly for my phone. Instincts force my hand to the device. My claw snags to the thing, and I put it up to my eyes, squinting as the bright light scours my retinas as the screen lights up. A blurred photo of Nick and I bleeds through behind the time. 5:48. Oh yeah, this is when Nick was starting to play her music. Dry mouth and dry eyes both search for moisture as my brain stutters and spurts into gear. Time's about right. Alarm should go off in less than 2 minutes. Alarm wasn't what woke me. I feel the beat with my skull as the sound of Nick's guitar strumming hums against the walls. Pieces fall into place as I slowly gather my thoughts, noise steadily pulling me entirely awake. Alarm finishes the job as it rings out, buzzing in my hand to let me know I need to rise. Tired body drug from under thin sheets as I stretch and reach for my door handle. Nick's up early. I don't even bother to get dressed. The house is almost silent again. Only noise filling the air is the sound of a little caffeine spewer sputtering and coughing out a steaming stream into my mug. Whatever song has awoken me has gone quiet. Practicing perfect, I sweep the mug from under the coffee maker with flawless timing. Years and years of procedure and precision pull my mitts along as I bring the scalding mug right to my lips. Bitter, strong, aromatic, or aromic? I don't know. Invigorating. And not too shabby of a taste either. My nostrils and tongue work in tandem to savor the drink as my mood petrifies. A creaking and squealing of a bedroom door from behind me kills the barely forming notion of a smile. I turn to look at my daughter and her outfit. I can feel my eyes sag as I look at her. Loose, baggy shirt, worn in faded cargo pants, tacky chain necklace, scratching up her neck scales. Just for the job you want, not the one you have. But maybe not like that. Morning. I can't help but twinge inside at her completely flat introduction. A cold distance in her voice, almost unfamiliar. I don't make any motions to show it's bothered me, like always. Nick barely breaks stride as she moves through into the kitchen, scarcely looking at me as she shoots by to open the fridge, eyes on her phone. As if I don't exist. I'm not sure I even remember what she used to do before all. This. Every choice she's making with the hobby she calls a career. Everything she does just scares the shit out of me. My little girl is running too wild, scarring her scales with ink, taking chances, gambling with her life. I bite the inside of my mouth while I watch her retrieve what seems to be a few slices of cured ham from the icebox. She uses her tail to slap it shut and her free hand to shovel the breakfast into her mouth. I worry about her. Giggling isn't sustainable. It's a long shot at best, and as it stands, doesn't bring in nearly enough to live on. Is that really enough? To buy a house? To start a family? Stop it, Nova. Enough. I'm not mad at her. I won't ever be that to her. I won't ever be like that to her. I won't force her. I won't lump my own hang-ups on her. I just have to trust her, to let her do her thing and let her live her life. She needs me to be a positive light, supportive, not a ball of stress and fear. No screaming or anger or fighting. Never again. Oh, never again, what happened? I take a pull of air and address the girl as she pokes some meat down her gullet, eyes still locked on her phone, tapping away. Hey, Nick? Nick speaks with her mouth full. What's up? You're up early. Yep. This about the college thing? Nick sighs, finding the conversation interrupting whatever she's doing. I clench my jaw slightly harder as she turns her full attention to me now. Yep, I need to take the van. Told you this yesterday. She's a little accusatory, and I backpedal, changing topics slightly. You did, yeah. I thought it was going to be a little later in the day. Are your friends Trent and... and Curtis, yeah, they'll be there. It's a live radio performance. Like hell they'd miss it. She leers at me in mild frustration, putting a bitter feeling inside me with those eyes. I want to say something about this, about how I'm worried and that I just want her to be happy, but I hold it in. She notes my silence and leans back, retrieving her phone as I shrink back to my own morning preparation, looking down into the pitch black cup of coffee. The kitchen returns to dead silence. My chest rises slightly as I think it'd be good to say something supportive, to at least show her that. By the time I poked my head up to look at her, I notice she's halfway to the front door, not even a word of goodbye. Her hand clasps onto the handle as she hesitates, glancing back at me, eyes unsure. You got the keys? I blink a few times, turning to move a hand to where they'd usually sit, and finding them right where I left them, on the counter near to where I usually set my mug they rest. As my claw touches the metal rings, an idea springs to mind. I hear Nick step behind me as I turn, taking a quick moment to offer her the keys in one hand, and a small mug in the other. Nick eyes between the cup and me for a moment, looking up at me with those big silvery gems of hers. I'm struck with memories of a time that feels like a life ago, of a little gator peering up at me as I knelt to give her a present. Tiny apartment, barely held together. Gift secondhand and flawed, yet still met with glee and celebration. Oh, that's not that bitter. Her hand lingers a moment, hesitating before clasping on the cup as she takes it from my grasp. Our hands touch slightly as the warm ceramic enters her grasp, along with the key to the van. I watch earnestly as she brings the cup to her lips, taking a swill and not budging. That's nice. It's almost nothing, but it's much more than what we usually have. We miss each other, her schedule much later than when I leave, and she's not home until I'm long in bed. This little moment puts a warmth inside. Nick shoots a hand into her pants to retrieve her phone, scowling at the message. All right, gotta bounce. Don't wait up. Later. In a flurry, she drops her empty cup into the sink, rips the front door open, and stomps out. I fire a slight goodbye wave to her as the door clicks closed behind her, neither seen nor heard. An itch inside wants me to yell out the door to her, to chase her out and hold more of the conversation than the travesty we just had now. I just let her be. Car engine rolls over and I peek through the blinds, watching her pull out onto the road, leaving. So what do we do now? I sit down at the table, taking Nick's spot now as I shut my eyes and finish the coffee. My mind runs through memories, making me miss the times before. A hazy memory of years back, taking my little star to school as we both hum along to golden oldies on the radio. Jalopy horn. A honk blasts outside, startling me from my internal panorama. Everything inside turns sour as I'm forced back to reality. Up and over, I stride to snag a small coat, covering myself from the cold Vulcan-era air as I move out front, looking over the town car, awaiting my presence. A 2010 Wagon Beetle that looks like it ran through a Bath and Body Works on the way here. A pale yellow coat of paint. What can I see? Yellow buggy. Faded tires that were clearly brought on a discount. A family arrangement of stickers with a body count of 1. It has the proportions of a clown car. My ride to work. Oh, who's this? Enter Caitlin. Caitlin is a womanlet. A microraptor woman, tan and red-orange, my coworker and truckmate. The intrusive light in my life. Gonna need one of these already. Bubbly, cheerful, and completely unfazed by any of my refusal to engage with her yapping. I grimace as I'm forced to twist myself like a pretzel just to barely cram into the passenger seat, ready for the onslaught. I can still see your elbow. We got yeah, Faust. Here's where the Faust art comes in. Amazing. She doesn't drive a Chevy Nova. Morning, Novi. You sleep good? Her voice, soft and kind, it rubs me the exact wrong way. Well enough. Super duper. You need to stop anywhere before we get going? I'm good, Kate. The car hunches forward as we go. Small talk still laid on me all the while. Your little girl well, Nikki? Oh, is this how Caitlin sees the world? The Fausto vision? Nicole, she's fine. How old is she now? 14? 13? 21. Caitlin hesitates for a moment before continuing, unprompted. Well, isn't that nice? Just recently hit the big 2-5 myself, right in time for my 4th anniversary at Volsan. Nothing on your 14th, but hey, getting there. The storm comes to a close, finally, somewhat. You mind if I listen to the radio? Go nuts. She mostly shuts up, letting the car's little radio pump the air with whatever noise she's got going as I focus on the day itself. Still throws in the odd comments about buildings we pass or places she's been, though. I peer out into the edge of the bluffs, watching the sun as it starts to crest the water, sending rays up and over, coloring the sky. Time to turn off the Foster vision. Time for reality to set back in. I wonder, yeah, I wonder how high her chair's up. If I try really hard, I can touch the pedals with my toes. I like how there's not allowed on the horn. Thankfully, my day eases out. Me and the little ball of sunshine's interactions turn to practical. Time for work. Work's simple. Hang off the back of the garbage truck while Caitlin creeps us forward, dumpster to dumpster. Pick up stragglers, empty cans, hop back onto my spot at the back, brain off work. Calming. I inspect the occasional piece of trash, not entirely without use, considering whether to pocket as we go. Nothing today. The times where I hop back onto the front to join the talkative girl is mainly spent unfocused, ignoring her and the world at large. Just waiting until I can return home. As the door shuts closed behind me, I sigh in freedom. The daily struggle ends. I'm home. Everything is normal and simple. I shed my overcoat, hanging it back on its rack, as I slump my shoulders, sighing in relief. Pockets emptied of their contents, nothing special hitched a ride in them today. Keys back in their home, shoes off, and set into my room. Time to put in a video game. Garbage Truck Simulator, let's go! You never really truly quit the grind. I step out the back door and lean against the porch's railing, dropping a stick of nicotine into my lips and struggle for a moment with my lighter. The pull stings my lungs as I take a puff. Tranquility met again. My smoke break ends. Outside ashtray is now almost full as I leave the butt inside, returning to the comforting interior of the house and heading for the shower. Shower CG? Scrubbing the daily grime and tar off my scales always makes me feel alive again. I ease back into the end-of-day routine, going right into the fridge to pull out anything and everything I can find and fill up on. A spark of hope lights inside. This is the sort of gig for Nick, right? A successful gig calls for a celebration. I have to push to stay up that late, but I could try my best to catch her when she comes home from any big performance. Can't always catch her, but it at least makes me feel good when I can. Don't cook often, but I'm rather good at it. Practice to hell and back. My mood skyrockets as I plan ahead to do a quick double check to make sure I've got all the ingredients I need on hand. I fire a text to Nick to let her know I'll have some food for her ready when she gets home. But she never looks at. I get no reply. My half slumber is broken by the front door lock clicking. I rise, standing from the dining room chair I dozed off in to try and stave off the exhaustion. That's gonna hurt your back. Sore aches hit my body as I do, haze of sleep shaken slowly from my eyes as I focus and blink. I realize after a few moments that I'm standing in an almost pitch-black kitchen, lit only by the dim bulb stationed over the oven. Dinner has long since gone cold in its spot in the fridge. Nick steps in and freezes, eyes glinting in the dim light as she looks over me. I try to put on my best grin to show a bit of support, to show I care. There's no response. There's a long pause. I hesitate to break the silence. It go well? Sure. I want to pull my hair out, rip scales off and yell or fight, soothe her and tell her I'm here, scream and insist she at least texts me back, sob and ask her why she can't talk to me. I do nothing of the sort. I can't. I won't get in the way. Good or bad, I have to let her choose for herself. I won't involve myself, no matter how much I want to. I just stand there while she just stands there. Finally, she speaks, turning and walking towards her room. I'm going to bed. Night, Nova. She doesn't call me Mom anymore. Not Mama or Mommy. Just Nova, a nickname. My nickname. Like we're not family. Like we just live together. I don't know when it started. I just want it to end. I watch as if she moves in slow motion. Her hands shakily and slowly open the door to her room as she slips inside. Nothing more. A deep fear sits at the bottom of my soul. Before I realized it, I've been standing still for minutes, looking at the fridge. Body still ready to fix Nick a plate. Or wishing it was. Is this all I have to look forward to? My legs carry me over to the dining table. I need to sit down. I slowly point my head down at the table, returning to a seated position as I grasp at my temples with my hands. Fingers curling and digging in. Arms and legs quake and tense. Eyes shut hard. Number one dad. Was that dad, man, mom? Guitar picks. I think those are guitar picks. And you got cigarettes. I don't want it to be like this. So there was something I was supposed to catch. No clicking, no nothing. Just play again. Oh, there we go. 23-XXXXXXX Taco Shell. Is this the business card? Alrighty. Based? What's based? Mrs. Prockling. Or is it Miss Prockling? I forget. She's tour guide now. She got fired. This is this the great firing of Blind Date? where all the teachers got fired and replaced with the new principal? Alright. I'll now welcome everyone to Milner Plaza, or more so, the adjacent Charig Dining Hall. You're standing right here at the heart of our campus. Or should I say, its stomach. I guarantee you'll be passing through here quite a bit over the next couple of weeks. If you got the time, there's plenty of space to stop and rest too, under the shade by the trees, taking a stop at any of the benches. If you're hungry, here's where you'll find what you're looking for. Snacks, a bit of coffee to get you up in the morning, or even lunch or dinner. Charig features plenty of options. We switch our vendors based on student polls. But right now, you've got a choice of Demanda Express, Spike Castle, Stego Bucks. Oh, I can't forget Taco Shell. We'll be stopping there in about a half an hour to grab a bite. In the meantime, let's look around Lambay Hall. Or is it Lamb Hall? I don't know. The E's are always sketchy. Lamb's one of the newer buildings here on campus and houses several leading programs like our computer science track and... Shut up already! Oh no, that looks like Inco Body. Human! Oh no, is this a Coda reference? Well, isn't he dying? Isn't he supposed to be like the last man? What is Coda lore doing here? Man, I'm really here. My first day at UDST, dying of cancer, on life support. It's hard to believe, it all feels a little surreal. If I'm honest with myself, I'm kind of nervous. I've never been this far from mom or dad before, from my hometown, my friends, any of it. High school wasn't great, but I kind of miss it now that I'm here. But that doesn't matter. This is just the first day of college. Oh wait, no, this is Dev, isn't it? This is the Dev silhouette, isn't it? No, this is my first day of the rest of my life. I'm gonna shoot for more, be more. I'm gonna make the most of this, or my name isn't... Dude, are you fucking talking to yourself again? Keep up! Oh, shoot. Is that it? I don't want it to be like this. Yeah, what was the point of that? What was the point of that, buddy? Today has not been my day in any way, shape, or form. Who are we playing as? God, where do the problems even begin? Mind your tail. Yeah, you don't want to dip it in the fryer. But is this human again? Like, what are we doing here? Why are we still here? Just to suffer. I barely made it to my shift on time. I promptly got chewed out for my tardiness. As if it weren't bad enough, I immediately had to pivot to cleaning up some drunk frat bro's vomit on booth 2A. Well, he was still there. Jackass really had to order the eggs and cheese breakfast Shellrito XL trademark before he spewed all over our table and himself. It's opening week for the semester, which means the dining hall is really crowded with people that really have no idea what they're doing. Apparently, your first time away from home also means it's your first time ordering from a fast food menu, or so you'd think. By the time I was able to take my break, the best band on the college radio had stopped playing for the morning. One of the few highlights of my workday, missed by a hair. Every other band on this time slot sucks ass. I was able to sneak out and get some fresh air, but that's come with the downside of having to see all those bright, wide-eyed, happy faces taking their first steps into their adult lives. God, thinking that just makes me feel decrepit, not to mention bitter. No, it makes me feel jealous. I envy them, really. I wish I still had that almost eagerness, that optimism I see in the face of every crowd of newbies that's getting led around this morning. Maybe even just an ounce of it, something to kick me to want something more than whatever the hell I've decided to settle into. Going with the flow, I guess. If the flow was one dead-end job following another. Retail, landscaping, warehouse, just about anything I could get a lead on, and now fast food, again. I don't even think Taco Shell's the only fast food place I've worked at this year alone. I'm pretty sure it isn't. After a certain point, it all just kind of blends together in my memory. At least it's less miserable that way, I suppose. Alright, enough self-pity. It's time to find out what happened with Nick and Nova. What are we doing here, buddy? I need to look on the bright side of things. I've still got an apartment over my head. I've got food in my fridge, and a little bit of savings in the bank. I'm still employed. I'm still kind of young, in the prime of my life, really. I just need to find the moment. That moment where I can plant my feet and make a change, a meaningful one. Any change, no matter how small. I just need to start somewhere, with something, maybe with someone. I have to get back to work. Shit, I lost track of time. My break's already over. Alright, John, put on your game face. Gotta risk it for the biscuit. Despite being one of the easiest jobs you can land, a lot of people really can't cut it in fast food. Guys I've seen come and go describe it as soul-crushing. And it absolutely is. You just have to know how to tune it all out. You'll go crazy if you don't. Welcome to Taco Shell. Can I take your order? This guy isn't even the first face I've seen today. More like the 50th or the 100th. When I first started working at places like this, I used to pay special attention to every order I got. Acted like it was personal. All it earned me was more stress and more responsibilities. No, I just let his order flow through one ear and out the other. He's saying words and my fingers are moving on the screen. But I'm not really listening. Before long, his food comes, he grabs his bag and disappears from my life. And I do it all over again. Welcome to Taco Shell. Think outside the bun. I repeat until I'm finally able to go home. I just have to pretend I'm somewhere else for 8 hours of my day. Pretend I'm something else, not exactly a person anymore. More like a perfect taco shell, trademark. Artisan, trademark. Welcome to Taco Shell. We got the meats. That's Arby's. I'm less of a guy behind a counter, working his job to them. I'm more like a fixture on a wall, a telephone or something. Fucking Broly. That was Broly. An appliance, a tool. Input, output, you can scream at it if it goes wrong to make yourself feel better. Welcome to Taco Shell. We're shelling it. I don't really have any right to complain. It's my job after all. At some point I've come to think the idea that you're supposed to like what you do was a myth invented by elementary school teachers. Like Bigfoot, honest politicians, and the American dream. It's something you tell kids to make them excited for the future. Welcome to Taco Shell. Better ingredients, better shell. And yet, having said that, a selfish, immature part of me thinks it's unfair to apply that to myself. It's not like I dreamed of working a never-ending string of nothing jobs that lead to nowhere and pay about as much. I just ended up here somehow. I made the wrong step somewhere along the way. I didn't take one that I should have. And now I'm too settled in to break out of it. Guess that means I'm here forever. Because if I'm too, I don't know, incapable, scared, unwilling, if I'm unable to make a change, I can't expect anyone to make it for me. I couldn't even oh, wait, who's this? Nick? I couldn't even expect someone to help me get started. Welcome to Taco Shell, home of the Taco Shell. Can I take your order? When the hell did that become a slogan? Wait, what? What? I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I'm forcefully snapped back to reality by the realization that a customer is actually trying to talk to me about something that isn't how many nacho shell grandes, trademark, they want. The Saurian across the counters peering at me with a puzzled expression as if I stick out like a sore thumb. That looks more like a stroke. She's stroking out. What you just said, home of the Taco Shell, that's like not your guy's catchphrase, or at least I'm pretty sure it isn't. Is that what I said? Yeah. Shit, I must have zoned out a little too hard. Why didn't anyone correct me before now? I rub the back of my neck, a nervous laugh escapes me. Sorry, it's been kind of a bit of a long day. I must be losing my mind. She lets out a little snort of amusement. The blue baryonyx gives a little roll of her eyes. God, tell me about it. It's barely past noon and I already want to kill myself. Actually, ma'am, I hate to make it worse, but I'm pretty sure it's not even noon yet. She blinks at me, her shoulders slump at the realization. She leans her head back dramatically and groans. Fuck! I can't help but laugh again, more genuinely this time. She chuckles with me, shaking her head. Ordinarily, I'd be in pretty deep shit with my manager for letting an order take this long due to chit-chat, but she happened to be the last person in line for now, so I've got a bit of leeway. I feel you, believe me, but how can I help you today? Oh yeah, totally forgot I came here to order for a sec. Let me get, She pulls out her phone and taps through it before she finds whatever note she's looking for. She begins to order off enough food that she's either ordering for a group, or she must have the metabolism of Olympian proportions for something... Something begins to occur to me. Her voice sounds really familiar. We get repeat customers here fairly often, being an installation on a college campus and all. What's the kind of recognition that's different than just pairing a voice with their usual order somehow? I've definitely heard this woman several times before, but how? And a large soda. Alright, that'll be... I wince as the number comes up. $34.30. Baryonyx's eyes bulge. Christ! When did this place get so expensive? Around the time they changed the slogan. Despite how clearly annoyed she is, she still snickers. Har har, smartass. She fishes out her wallet. Wait. I think I know where I've heard her before. The radio! I've heard her voice on the radio before. At least she sounds like the vocalist for that one band that plays on the campus station every morning. Damn it, what's their name again? Dude, you good? She's holding her debit card out to me, waiting for me to take it. Oh yeah! Sorry, I quickly tap a finger against my headset. Had to listen to something that came over the radio. You know how it is. She lifts a brow at me, but seems to buy it. Uh-huh, gotcha. I quickly take her card and swipe it through. After a couple of seconds, our system finishes processing her order and spits out a receipt. I hand it and her card back to her. It'll probably be a minute or two until your tray's ready. If you want to hang out over there. I point to the side of our front counter. Sure thing. She shuffles off to the side and leans against the wall, pulling out her phone and looking down at it. As another customer arrives, I give them my attention as I take and process their order, but my eyes keep getting drawn back to that girl. At first, I'm convinced it was just a coincidence. Her voice and the singer's voice sound alike. There's nothing else to it. And yet, the more I steal glances at her, the more it dawns on me that she just fits the bill so much. Yes, the alternative fashion girl is probably in the alternative band. Look at her. Those baggy clothes. Is that supposed to be Naser? No, never mind. Those baggy clothes, the hair, the wild tattoos winding across her shoulders and throat. She's got the aura of a rock star. I can only imagine what kind of life she has. It must be so exciting, playing music for a living. Every day must be different than the last. God, I can only guess what her nights are like. Party after party, if I had to guess. She's not just existing like I am, she's living. As I finish taking the order of the customer before me, the voice of a coworker buzzes over my headset. That girl's order's ready. Ordinarily, there'd be another person up here with me that would handle that, but we're a little short-staffed today. Come to think of it, we're short-staffed every day. I turn around and move towards the back, picking up a tray loaded down with Shelly deliciousness. If she's really who I think she is, the size of this order probably means her bandmates are here with her. Maybe I could meet them all. Maybe I could, I don't know, introduce myself as a fan. Strike up a conversation. Maybe it'd lead to something. It couldn't hurt to try, could it? Don't fuck this up. She's already talked to me, just bring it up before she heads off. Nothing's going to change if I don't do something different for once. I gotta do something different. I'm gonna do something. Here's your food, miss. I extend her tray towards her. She collects it with a nod. Thanks, man. Have a good one. This is it. No turning back. Just say it. Hey, miss. She looks over her shoulder, surprise flashing across her face. Her eyes meet mine expectantly, and I just wanted to tell you to have a good day. Okay. She seems disappointed for all of a split second. It immediately vanishes from her face as she turns around again. You too, dude. Blew it. I blew it. Of course I did. Opportunity's laying right in front of me, right in my face, and I miss it. Story of my life. I don't want to be out here right now. I don't want to deal with more people. One of my coworkers owes me a favor. I'll buzz him over the headset and ask to trade stations with him. He sounds pissed for having to work the front, but agrees. I slip away without a glance back. I just need to disappear for a while. And that was the DBZ movie Broly, aka a true freak as he calls himself. Nothing really puts you off from fast food more than having to help make it. Things that go inside our menu items here are hardly authentic or natural, despite our ever-changing advertisements. I'm pretty sure half of our meat is just composed of roadkill and feral cats. And yet, Raptor Christ on his cross of rock be praised, people want more of it. Nowadays, the smell of this grease is enough to make my stomach curdle. At least the disgust is predictable. It's not as bad as the disappointment I'm feeling over how much of a chicken shit I am. I choose to focus on the lesser of two discomforts. My very unpeaceful peace and quiet is disturbed by the sound of footsteps sticking against our yet-to-be-scrubbed tile floor. Someone's come back here to pester me. Great. Hey, John, what are you up to? Sir? Oh, wait, sir? I don't think that's a sir. Sir, finishing these fries. I never understand why a Mexican-themed taco chain sold French fries. Yeah, I remember that. They're still doing that, too. It's like the nacho cheese fries or some shit. Asking that question got me a threatening letter from corporate, though, so I stopped. Did you just call me sir? Sorry, I'm kind of off my game right now. What's up, Megs? Did you need something? I mean, yeah, but it can wait. She takes a moment to fold her arms. She seems to study me. Are you okay? Why do you ask? Well, you did just say you're not at your best. That, and it's only just about to hit noon, and you already look suicidal. That's more of a 5 o'clock expression. I'm fine. I try to mutter an excuse, but I can't help but let out a sigh. The truth comes out with it. Fuck, I don't know. You ever felt like you blew your shot at something that could have been good? What, like just this week or in general? Yes. Enough times that I stopped counting. Jeez, that's rough, Mags. You get used to it. I'd really rather not. Well, if you don't want to learn how to ignore it, then you better learn how to use it. What do you mean? I'm gonna take a guess you slipped up with something and you're kicking yourself in the ass for it, right? I nod at her. She nods back as she continues. Use that terrible feeling in your gut as fuel, motivation, because you just don't want to feel that way ever again. Make it so that next time you're about to screw up, you remember how you feel right now, and your want to not feel like a loser again will push you to overcome whatever you're up against. It sounds like you're just telling me to use self-loathing as inspiration. Better that than just letting it make you feel like shit for no benefit. My opinion, at least. You do you, though. Is that how you ended up here? Do as I say, not as I do. Anyways, motivational speaking over, I need you for something. There's some tables in the back of the dining area that need cleaned off. I need you to handle it. Isn't table prep Manny or Emma's jobs? Technically, yeah. But Manny's lazy and usually forgets stuff. And Emma takes so many smoke breaks you'd think she was a chimney. You're fast and you're efficient. I know you'll get anything I give you done. Honestly, you're the most reliable guy I've got around here right now. But if you really aren't feeling it, I can keep you back here for now. At least it'd help get my mind off of this. Besides, it does beat fryer duty. Nah, I've got it, Megs. Don't worry, I'm on it. There he is. Let me know when they're done. You got it. Never seen someone that excited to scrub shit off a table before. Yeah, whatever. He's a good kid. I love nacho fries. They're okay. I'm along to the music playing on the overhead radios. Some white girl pop song that's 10 years out of the loop. Is this actual shitty flute recording or cover? God. I'd go by a lot faster if I still had my phone on me. But a corporate letter a couple of weeks ago mandated we put our devices in a bin in the office whenever we clock in for work. Not that it stops some of my coworkers from listening to stuff on the clock anyways, but I'd rather play it safe than sorry. Besides, I can't complain too much. It's nice to feel useful. After worrying against it the past minute, I finally managed to scrub the last of a red sauce stain off the surface of the table before me. Squeaky clean, as squeaky as it gets at a taco shell booth can hope to be, at least. Which isn't much, but it's still the best we can hope for. The horror stories those poor seats could tell. I pick up my cleaning supplies and shift over to the next table on the list. As I move towards it, I spy that it's right next to a table people are currently eating at. Looks like 3 in total. It's going to be Nick and her bandmates, isn't it? I hesitate for a moment. It really doesn't matter, but personally I don't like cleaning when there's customers still nearby. I know you don't exactly come to Taco Shell for a fine dining experience, but you should still be warranted a basic level of human decency. And to me, that includes not having industrial-grade cleaning agents spraying liberally a couple yards away from you where you and your food are sitting. As I deliberate over whether or not I should bum around for a few minutes or go ahead and just get it over with, something occurs to me. Sitting there at the far side of the booth was the girl from earlier. Man, she looks kind of pissed. It's really not my business, and yet, perchance... Well, I gotta get closer anyway. So I take it this happens the day after? I take my sweet time walking towards the next table, keeping an ear open as I do so. So what? Should I just fucking call it and cancel our Wednesday then? Oh, don't be dramatic. You aren't leaving me much choice. Look, it'll be a tight squeeze, but we can still get our stuff there and set up on time to play. Dude, if we aren't there early, we're late. You know how this works. It's one time, Nick. I'm sure they'll understand. Or they'll tell us to piss off and not come back anymore. We've barely got a foot in the door as is. Kind of a bad week for my car to shit the bed, huh? My bad, guys. It's not your fault, Kurt. Besides, why can't you just ask your mom to borrow her car again? You know why. If this is such a big deal, I'm sure she'd hear you out. Why are you so scared to try? Why can't you just leave your class a little early for one day? It's the start of the semester, Nick. If I make a bad impression with my professors, I'm screwed for the rest of the year. Just because you don't give a shit about your classes doesn't mean I don't either. Yo, enough! Hey, let's, calm down. Oh, so... He's just, he's just standing there, of course. Hey. Is that California Girls? Yeah, I was gonna say Party in the USA like a dumbass, but I let the song play. I'm like, yeah, it's Katy Perry. Oh boy. Oh god, they're all staring at me. Why the hell did I open my mouth? This was clearly a bad time. Hi. You need something, dude? The girl from earlier squints at me, her eyes widen again as she speaks. Oh, it's you. This is the guy I was telling you about earlier. The one who couldn't remember the slogan? Oh, wait, it's Curtis. Never mind. Yeah-huh. Welcome to Taco Shell, home of the Taco Shell. They both snicker, sound like she told them about my earlier flub. I can feel my ears burn a little. I laugh with them, doing my best not to come across as too awkward. What's up, man? Well, I mean, if it's a bad time. My voice trails off. I can feel myself getting cold feet again. Maggie's words from earlier trickle in the back of my head. If I felt like garbage for missing my shot once today, all the more reason to not botch this a second time. The worst thing they can say is that I have the wrong group, right? Look, this is gonna sound weird. Oh boy. Already off to a good start. Your voice sounds really familiar, and I couldn't help but overhear some of your conversation while I was working. Are you guys in a band of some kind? They blink at the question. It's the Chasmosaur who responds first. Oh yeah, yeah! She shouts over her friend, positively beaming as she gestures to herself. Yes, we are! You're looking at the biggest upcoming sensation in the Volcadera area. We're called the Swamp Babies. Maybe you've heard about us. Better yet, maybe you've heard us play before, huh? Holy shit, I was right. It's them. They're the group I've been listening to for God who knows how many weeks now. They're the only performers in the morning time slot I actually look forward to. I was right. Dude, chill with the promo. He's probably just curious. No, actually, I've heard you guys play before. You're on the morning radio pretty often. Really? Well, the other two just seem pleasantly surprised to hear this. Baryonyx looks ready to bounce off the walls, cry, or something in between the two. I just nod and offer a smile. Yeah, really, I guess you could say I'm something of a fan. You guys sound pretty good. Oh, wow. I can't say we ever had someone say that before. Thanks, dude. Yeah, for real, this doesn't really happen much. This kind of rules. Really? I think you guys would be more popular. I didn't realize they were still struggling. Everything I heard them play wouldn't lead me to believe as much. We're still kind of getting off the ground, you know? We've got big stuff coming up, though. Yeah, like you should totally come check us out later this week. We're supposed to play a live set on Wednesday. At least we were going to. Not so certain anymore. Dude, seriously, let's not do this in front of... Oof! The Chasmosaur looks over his shoulder at me. What's your name again? Oh shoot, I totally forgot. My name's John. It's nice to meet you guys. I'm Trent. Nice to meet you too, man. Curtis. The raptor flashes me a wave. Nick. I repeat their names under my breath before giving a nod. Cool, but not to butt in your business, but it kind of sounds like you've got some sort of problems in regards to your show. Trent sighs, rubbing the back of his neck. We're having to deal with kind of a logistics issue, you could say. Logistics. Sorry, I'm brain farting. The music's probably not helping either. Who made this double play Tuesday on this Taco Tuesday? My God. Well, what he's trying to say is, Dummy over here jacked up his car earlier in the week, and now we don't have a vehicle to haul our gear to the place where we're supposed to play at. Not until it's like the time we were meant to be on stage, at least. We'd be rushing to get set up, if we made it on time at all. Curtis winces at Nick's words. I said I was sorry, man. I don't know why you took that curb that fast, dumbass. I had to get there in a hurry. And now we're getting nowhere in a hurry. Oh, so you just need help moving stuff? More so, a car to transport it in, but yeah, basically. I could lend you a hand. In an instant, the three of them have snapped their attention back to me. They look at me like I've got two heads. For real? Yeah, really? I mean, we only just met you. Sure, I did some moving jobs for this furniture warehouse last year. I'm used to it. Besides, it's not like I got anything going on this evening anyways. Plus, it means I get to see you guys play on stage for once, right? Kind of a win-win for both of us. The surprise on Nick's face morphs into joy. She eagerly nods, looking between her two bandmates. Well, damn, guys, looks like we're back in business. Problem solved, right? Hell yeah, dude, I'm down with it. Works for me. We'll figure out a way to pay you, whatever works best. I've got Paleo Pal and stuff, or we could just do cash. Oh sure, whatever you guys prefer. I ain't picky. Right on, dude. As Trent grins at me, Nick squints at the both of us. We're paying him? Trent shoots her a glare. Yes, Nick, we're paying him. We're not having a dude haul our shit for free for us. Don't be dumb. Nick scowls at him, folding her arms. I mean, he offered. Yeah, and we're offering to pay him. Gotta go with T on this one. Sorry. 2-1. It's settled. Nick rolls her eyes, looking down at her phone for a moment. I feel a little awkward over having set off that little spat between them, but honestly, this is some of the most exciting stuff that's happened to me in years? God, I can't even remember. I'm gonna help a rock band perform this week. Jeez, talk about a turnaround. So, where and what time do you guys need me on Wednesday? It'll be in the afternoon. We'll set up a group chat to coordinate with you. Want to take my number real quick? Yo, like, you don't gotta work or anything on Wednesday, do ya? I wouldn't want you to get in trouble with your boss or nothing. Wait, that's actually a good point. You sure you're available? I quickly shake my head. Nah, my schedule's clear. Don't worry about it. I actually do have to work on Wednesday, but I'll just have one of the other regulars cover my shift for me. One of the few people here owe me a favor or two. I'm not missing this chance for anything. Killer, anyways. You ready to get my number? I wince, shaking my head. I don't have my phone. Can't have it on me while I'm working, or the bosses get pissed. Trent squints at me. Okay, then just give me your number to me. I'll shoot you a text. I do my best not to cringe. I fail. Yeah, I would. No, you just don't know your number, buddy. I know how it is. Yeah, I would, but I kind of just got a new one. Had to switch to a different number. I don't really have it memorized yet. Sorry. Sure. Seriously? That blows, dude. Yeah, that sucks. Here, let me write it down for you. Trent reaches into a backpack sitting between him and Curtis. At first, he calmly sifts through it, but his arms jerk around with greater degrees of erratic force as he quickly becomes frustrated. Dude, the hell, I know there's some scrap paper in here. Nick glances up from her phone, watching Trent struggle for a few moments. Then she reaches over and steals one of the napkins from the trio's food tray. Lowering a hand, she withdraws a pen from her pocket and quickly jots something down upon the surface of the napkin. Before folding it and tossing it towards me, I manage to catch the cloth midair. There, done. Just add that whenever you get the chance and we'll get that chat set up or whatever. I pocket the napkin, not wanting to potentially lose it. Well, don't smear the ink. Sure thing, so... My ears deafened by the noise of one of my co-workers shrieking through my headset. Some kind of mess is happening in the back, and they need me. Something about the new guy tossing ice into the fryer. They all must have heard the noise because they're looking my way. The hell was that? Work. I gotta go. Thanks, guys. I'll shoot you a text as soon as I'm able. See you on Wednesday, yeah? Sounds good, man. Yeah, Wednesday. Was nice meeting you, dude. Don't sweat it. About time we headed out anyway. Yeah, I got class here soon. Same. Was nice meeting you, John. See ya. I flash the trio a wave as I turn and leave them behind. As I move towards the back, I feel a brief flash of irrational panic. I reach for my pocket, wanting to confirm I did, in fact, stow the napkin. That I didn't just lose the only means of contact I got with the band. To my relief, I pull it out, still folded and a little crumpled. My curiosity gets the better of me. I unfold it. I had the number. It's just a bunch of X's. No matter, I can't help but smile as I pocket it. Maybe stuff's finally not going to be like this anymore. Was the X's, man. What's Nick's early life section say? Yeah, she scammed us. She don't want to pay. There's nothing. Nothing more. Well, how are they getting their shit over there then? Rip. It's a pretty solid mod. The third story took a while to like hook into, I guess. Yeah. Not gonna lie, this extra last section was actually really enjoyable. I hope we get a follow-up soon. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Unless I'm missing something. Oh. Man, I feel so bloated. I had pizza earlier today and it's starting to hit. Unfortunately. Oh. Can't believe that was almost 2 hours. That's crazy. Oh, we have one more mod left. And then we have the full game of... What is it? Dancing Towards Tomorrow? My goodness. And I think we're in the clear, because I don't know if I have anything else after that. It'll probably be smooth sailing afterwards with 3 weeks. That game got like 2 more updates, and I'm hoping nothing broke. Like, I swear, if I have to start all over again to grind for that stuff, I'm gonna be mad. Oh, please, maybe we were spending a little too long time in Taco Bell, because I can feel the Taco Tuesday trying to hit, which is nice. And here I was hoping to have a good night. Nick finally got the mod slot. Neela sweep has been stopped. Has hit an iceberg. That'd be funny, iceberg ending. But like we're sailing nowhere near north, so it'd be pretty funny to see an iceberg in like the middle of the middling ocean, you know. I don't know. I guess I get why people like Nick now. Well, Nick was a fan character who, as far as I know, didn't really have too much of a personality, I guess. Or at least, I don't know. I don't read comics. I don't read fan fiction. I get all this osmosis stuff from, like, mods. And whatever the Boru shits out. You know. And speaking of, the Boru's been kind of slow for the past few days, it feels like. I don't know, is everyone just having like Snoot fatigue or some shit? I don't know. Man, it was definitely nice interacting with you instead of you just watching the live. Wait, instead of just watching the live port, guess I'll stay and hang out more in the future lives. Alright. Yeah, I don't usually look at chat too often in the middle of the streams unless like something big happens. Yeah, chat usually doesn't go off too much these days with Snoot. And that's okay. Gives me more time to read, I guess. Wait, how many people are even here? I'm gonna shame people. 16. You're all shamed. But yeah, I guess well, I have an appointment Monday. Doctor's appointment. I think I'll be okay. Maybe we can shoot for Monday for... It'll either be black tag or 3 weeks. We'll see tomorrow where it lands. I don't want to think about scheduling stuff for a while, you know? Bad end, the ship gets hit by a meteor. That'd be funny. And we wipe out all the dinosaurs with a meteor. that causes a tsunami across all the continents. And then the dinosaurs return. I don't know. Maybe I should probably wrap it up. I don't think there's gonna be another stream tonight. I'm pretty bloated. I'm probably just gonna writhe in bed until Taco Tuesday inevitably hits. Saturday I'm gonna be streaming with Crescenario. We're gonna play Myco Punk for a bit. I don't know if I'm gonna have a stream before then though. I'm really itching to play Dragon Warrior 7. We don't say quest anymore. The quest got paused. Hardcore. But yeah, maybe if I'm feeling up for it in the morning tomorrow, we'll do Dragon Warrior 7. And then, yeah. Just play it by ear. We'll see. I'm gonna go jump off and take it easy, I suppose. So I'll see you guys later.